Welcome back. We're in the sports barn. Eric Arnold, once in a while known as the Big E. It's Thursday. What is it? 12th of November. I don't know, sometime in the afternoon. Well, we'll get you some Thursday games here. We got the Thursday night football game in the NFL. We got guess a handful of college games tonight and Friday. I haven't done Saturday yet, just haven't gotten to it. I think I think what we're going to do here with the colleges, I'm just throwing out the model and just for one thing, it's not working. It's taking forever. I don't have a lot of time right now, so I think I'm just going to eyeball these games. I can't do any worse. So that's maybe what we'll do. What else is going on? I've got to come up with a new politics barn video. I haven't just I've had some ideas and I just yeah, I've been busy. I just been busy, so I haven't done it. At any rate, all right. Well, let's get right to it. The NFL game tonight, the Colts and Titans. This is interesting. This is a nice big showdown in the AFC South, and this game opened up with the Titans as like a 2.5 point favorite, and now it's been bet the money is just pounded down or something. The line has moved now such that the Titans are a 1 point underdog at home. So heavy steam on the Colts here. And I've been trying to figure out why. The Colts are coming off a loss. They're 5-3. The Titans are 6-2. The Colts sort of need this game, or they could be on the outside looking in when it comes time for the playoffs. Of course, there's no telling what's going to happen here. The NFL's already making noise like they might let everybody into the playoff, depending on who has the virus and who doesn't. So, of course, their plans are all nebulous. I don't even think they've announced it. They've just said, "Well, we're talking about it." So, I don't know. I can't seem to get off the Titans here. We've done okay with the Titans this year. I still keep coming back to just the bottom line is that the Titans are a top team and nobody gives them respect, but they were in the Final Four last year, if you will. They lost to the Chiefs in the championship game. They've done nothing but win since then. They're 6-2 since that game. Their record in the last 16 games, I didn't look it up, but I'm guessing they've got 11, 12 wins. They're a top team. The Colts, I mean, come on, that's a nice team there, but what have they done that justifies being favored on the road against the Titans? I'm not seeing it. This feels trappish, like, okay, that steam's there for a reason. I'm walking into a door here, but I just can't. I like Vrabel as he's doing well. He is doing well. I'm a little surprised, but it is what it is. Can't say he isn't. Frank Reich, I love Frank Reich. I mean, he's one of the guys that got us over the top in Philadelphia for the first time in 50 years. So, 60 years. We love some Frank Reich, but I know what we don't love, and that's Philip Rivers. You know, I don't know if you saw that play, that fumble return for a touchdown against the Ravens just, what was it, 4 or 5 days ago. Well, I mean, to me, that encapsulates Philip Rivers' whole career, in a nutshell, where the Ravens player scoops the ball up. Now he's booking down the field. The quarterback is got position on him. He should be able to at least slow him down, force him to the sideline where a teammate can make a tackle, something. And Philip Rivers just falls over backwards, just stumbles, falls over backwards. The guy insults him as he's laying floundering on his back. He hurdles over him. It's the most awful, pathetic play you've ever seen. And I thought that's what Philip Rivers, his whole career has been about. I mean, this guy just finds his way. He racks up huge yards. He'll win his fair share of games, but in the crunch, this guy's going to find a way to lose. And it just feels like this is maybe one of those kind of games where, I don't want to say Ryan Tannehill is in the Hall of Fame, but he's 10 years younger. He's playing better at this juncture. I'm kind of thinking the combo of Rabel, Tannehill, better than Reich and Rivers. The Titans won that game against the Bears Sunday relatively easily. They were pretty far ahead, and I get it. The Bears are playing like shit, and the Bears made a lot of mistakes. But they were up like 3 touchdowns there in the fourth quarter, and then they just kind of let the Bears score a bunch of garbage points, rack up a bunch of garbage yards. The Colts outgained the Ravens, but that's what this game feels like to me, and I'm almost thinking that's where the steam's coming from, is that the Colts statistically are probably superior to the Titans. Yeah, but I mean, the Titans find a way to win and the Colts find a way to lose. So that's kind of where I'm thinking this one's at. That it's not a, it's not a winner take all. It's not a loser goes home game. And maybe the Colts need this game a little more than the Titans. But I'm going to take the Titans. We're going to put 2 stars in this game. We're going to go ahead and say this is one we feel okay about. Getting that point at home, I don't know. I just think, I think there's a little bit of value. If I had to put a line on this game, I would have made it Titans -3. Titans +1, I think we're getting some good value. So we'll go ahead. We'll take the Titans, 2 stars on that. Now the rest of it, the NCAA games for those of you on Friday that need action. Subscriber F. Well, let's see. I looked at the replay of this Colorado State game. I think they're going to be close enough here in Boise to throw a star on it. That just feels okay to me. As long as they play the quarterback they played against Wyoming, he's like 7-3 against the spread. He gets it done. They've got a tight end on that team that looks like he's going to play at the next level. Boise, they're coming off a bad loss against BYU. 14 points, that's a lot. Let's just say that Colorado State hangs close with them. Florida Atlantic, Florida International. I guess we're just going to lay the points here just because Florida International hasn't played in a month. And I think these teams coming off that long layoff this year, I don't think they've had all that much luck. I think we want the team that's in rhythm. So we'll take Florida Atlantic. They've also had a lot of recent success over, I know, I love me some Butch Davis, but we'll go ahead and go with Willie Taggart here and lay the 9.5. All right, Iowa, Minnesota. What do we think of that? Minnesota, have they finally found their groove after hammering poor old Illinois? Maybe, but we think Iowa's found their groove. Iowa's been close in a couple games, and then they got crushed Michigan State last week. So we're taking Iowa. This is Iowa has traditionally handled Minnesota. That's a team they're just better than they are, and they play every year. And Iowa generally wins, and they generally cover. They're just bigger, stronger. Minnesota. Sometimes these teams that skyrocket out of nowhere and become relevant suddenly. Sometimes they take a step back before then they make their next step forward. And maybe that's what's happening this year with Minnesota, where they did things that Minnesota hasn't done in 50, 60 years last year. And now you got a, completely twisted, turned around year. It's probably a good year for them to just go, all right, let's just reset and survive this year. And Iowa, I think Iowa's every bit as good as Michigan, and Michigan hammered Minnesota. So we'll go ahead and lay the 3.5. Iowa will take them for 2 stars. East Carolina will take them. We'll take the points. We're getting off the water, boy. I think what the thinking was here is, it's been nice, Cincinnati, and you guys are undefeated and you're looking good. They have a big game next week with Central Florida. I think this is a spot where a non-elite team looking ahead, I think this is a spot where they will look ahead. And it won't matter what Fickle tells them. They're just not used to being good enough to just crush opponents week after week after week. East Carolina, they're just so, they're just so. But they were close against the teams that I figure are a little similar to Cincinnati, like Tulsa. Navy runs the ball a lot. Cincinnati runs the ball a lot. So I think East Carolina might hug close enough to these guys and not just get run over like shit through a goose. So we'll take the 27.5. I think Cincinnati is going to start to feel some pressure, maybe. That I think the hardest thing to do is blow teams out when you think you need to blow a team out. Then I think things go wrong. So, and I think that's where they're at, where they're kind of thinking, we can get into this playoff. We just got to, blow people out. All right, there you go. That's the kiss of death. So there you have it. Titans tonight, Iowa on Friday. Those are the ones we like the best. I'll get the rest of the games up for you tomorrow, the college slate, and then I don't know when we'll get the pros to you. I don't know. These weeks, with this election news, there's news every day, and I'm like trying to do 2 things at once, and hard to do. And the time is getting away from me. So once again here, we're late this week. It's already Thursday. I can't believe it. Never did find those votes in Exeter 8 yet. Still haven't found them. So that's a story. Stay tuned on that. We're going to come back to that one, I'm pretty sure, pretty soon. But, hey, appreciate everybody that subscribes, and whether you're here for the sports or the politics. We do appreciate you here. We appreciate all your kind comments. We'll hope to do better next time, get some winners here in the next 48 hours. Good enough. Thanks from me to you. Appreciate your support.